All right, I'm going to show you this really cool video. Again, we're talking about plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis. And if you paid attention to that first video I sent you showing the anatomy of the structures, that was my point. It's a quick anatomy lesson. Second email here is designed to show you what goes wrong. Why does somebody get micro tears in the plantar fascia, which is the arch of the foot, or the Achilles tendon? And I've got a video here that I'm going to have playing on loop, and this is a really important video, and I'm going to do my best to explain. When our foot hits the ground, it flattens out like a pancake, just like it's showing here in the film. And when the arch raises up off the ground, that's the opposite motion, which is called supination. When the foot hits the ground, it's called pronation, and we're going to focus on that for a second. So I'm going to freeze this video. When the foot hits the ground, the foot flattens out like a pancake. Right there. Everybody knows that, right? You're aware of that. Most people are aware of that. Doesn't matter what it's called. But when that happens, you can see that the joints in the foot, the black space between these bones becomes bigger. And what that means is there's more space in the joints, and when we have more space, there's more motion. This is now a loose, mobile foot. Biomechanists call this the mobile adapter. That makes sense. That's a normal motion. Yes, there is some stress that happens on the plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon, but the body is designed to deal with that stress. That's normal stress. It's when these tissues get abnormal stress that they begin to have micro tears. So when the foot hits the ground in front of us, it flattens out like a pancake. That's normal. Even if I'm a flat-footed person, the foot still does that. It still flattens out. Now, if I play this video and I show you what happens right here when the arch raises up off the ground, you can see this is supposed to happen when our foot is behind us, when we're taking that next step forward, when we're essentially pushing off of the foot behind us. And you can see when the foot raises up off the ground, that space between the joints, the black area, is now smaller, which means that there's less motion. The foot basically locks up. That's why this video is called the lock, is because the foot, when it raises up off the ground, it locks the joints in the foot so it becomes really stable and rigid. And then that allows us to push off or push forward. Very good design. I wouldn't want to push off of a loosey-goosey flat foot. That doesn't make sense. I want to push off of a rigid structure that gives me leverage, right? So the biomechanists call that the rigid lever. Okay, now that's where most of the time, 90% of the time, that's what's causing the Achilles tendon and plantar fascia to get more stress than it's designed to deal with. Because when somebody is unable to get into this position and they stay flat when they push off, so they stay flat, when they push off, their joints aren't helping them, their bones aren't helping them, they're pushing off of the soft tissues of the foot. So they're pushing off of the plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon. That is the biggest, most common reason why somebody has an issue with those two structures, is because they stay flat when they're not supposed to. Now, it's common for us to treat people that have flat feet with arch supports, orthotics, different shoes, and that's all fine and dandy, but it's not addressing the fact that they can't come out of this flat position. And so in the video tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you about the 3 most common reasons why somebody does not come out of the flat position. And I hope that you stick with me. We're going to have a workshop this month that you're invited to. It's free for Achilles and plantar fascia sufferers, where we're going to teach you all kinds of good stuff to do and how to naturally heal. See you then.